If you are a regular LinkedIn user, you know how hard it is to generate content. You have to think about the content and then post accordingly, right? I got tired of this, and that's why I created a autonomous AI agent that can help me create my own LinkedIn contents, and then I can generate it as my will. So in this video, I will show you how to build your own AI autonomous agent, which will save you time and effort. So welcome to another video in this channel. My name is Pratik, and in this video, we are going to do this and build AI autonomous agent. Now, let's take an analogy of a human body where you have nervous systems, brain, hand, eye, everything, right? Now, what we are building today in this project, we will take the help of an analogy of the human body to understand which part is being used where. Let's begin. So guys, as we heard in the introduction, we will be building a LinkedIn post automation, and where we will be creating with the ideas, and the AI will generate all the trending topics that is needed for this project. Now, this, as discussed, has the brain, the eyes, the nervous system, which is divided into multiple places. Why? Because we can take this analogy and understand what are the key elements for this project to run through. So, the first and foremost thing, I would start with the nervous system, because that's where all the uh, every bits and pieces of this puzzle or the workflow is going to happen, and that's where I would like to introduce the N8N. N8N, as you know, is an workflow automation platform where we can use multiple workflows, use AI agents, and build applications and workflows that can help us create automations. Now, the first thing, how do we get N8N? N8N, type in Google, and then you get to this. Now you can sign in. uh, I mean, the first time you have to do is sign up, and then you will get something as a sign in, and you are able to do it. Now, I have already created a separate video, how to install N8N or use N8N in cloud, or you can host it in your local machine using localhost. So using Docker or npm, look into that video and you'll be able to install N8N once you have signed in the cloud, or you are able to install in your local. The first thing that you'd come over here is here, where you have workflows, credentials, which is needed right now. Now, we need to add few credentials. Now, what are the credentials? Now, this leads me to bring into the idea of how do we build the workflow. So what if we have to go is we have to create a workflow, and I've already created the workflow, so you can have a look into step by step how did we do it. So the first thing that we have to do is a trigger, that how the automation is going to start, whether it's a schedule automation, whether it's a click automation, or what, right? The execution start. So first thing, how do we get this is click execution is, you go to triggers, and this is what manual trigger, app event, schedule. So what you have done is manual trigger. If you see, only one, because I have already created this. Let's say, take an example, I delete this. I can bring trigger manual, and it is here. We can just connect this to once trigger manual is completed. The second thing is what we need, the Google applications or resources that we say. What are Google resources? You have Google Sheets, you have email, Gmail, Google Drive. All these things are resources for Google, right? What we need to do is get knowledge base, the APIs for our Google Sheets. What you have to do is go to Google and type in Google Cloud. Once you type in Google Cloud, open the first one, Google Cloud. Now you need to sign up for the first time if you are doing, or if you are doing, if you already done that, please go to console. From console, you have to create a new project. I have already created a project for myself. What do you exactly need from here? Now, once you have the project created, you can go to API services, which is here, or you can type in over here API services, that will also come. Okay. Now, here, what you have to type in again is Google Sheet. And as you type in, you can see Google Sheet API. And what you have to do is you have to enable this API for us. I have already enabled it. That's why it showcases API enabled, but you have to click manage. And the thing that is needed is if you go to credentials, you just need this client ID and client secret. Now I have created a separate video on this again, how to extract Google or activate Google resources, all the Google resources. So have a look into it. You can easily understand step by step how to extract this API and how to extract this API and use it in your workflow. Now once you have this client ID and the client secret, you have to go to this workflow back, and there is now you can add in the credential side, but let's say you add a Google Sheet. Let's take an example. It will create new credentials, and here you have to give your client ID and client secret. Now once it is done, you save it. Your Google Sheet is ready. For this project, we need to create a specific uh, Google Sheet for us, which I have already created. And the first thing is we need three columns to be created. So I named it as LinkedIn post. Please create whatever the name you want to give. But we need to give three columns. One is topic, where we want to take the trending topics and let the AI give the content. And that's where we have the content column, where the AI will automatically give us the content for us. And the status is to do and completed. Now, why I did to do and completed drop down is because anywhere where it is the status is to do, it will go and look into this uh, Google Sheet and look for the topics. Uh, and then wherever their status is to do, it will start creating the post. Now, once the post is created, it will automatically change the status to completed, so that next time when we run the workflow, it will not look into the completed, but it will only start giving for generate the content for the to-do list. Okay, so so there is no duplicacy on the AI to generate. So that's why the status changes automatically as when the content is created by LinkedIn for LinkedIn. So that's why the status is there. So this LinkedIn post Google Sheet, please create one, and along with the topics that you want to generate, any trending topics that you want. I can type in, let's say, Google Gemini 3. We'll type in Google Gemini 3 because that's the latest LLM, right? Let's see how it gives. I just added this in front of you, and these were the other four were already added by me earlier. So we can see the output. So based on the tech stack that we have said, we needed the nervous system, which is the N8N. We needed the Google APIs, and I have shown you how to activate the APIs for Google resources, including Google Sheets. Now, once we have this created, we'll go back to the workflow, and I'll show you what are the contents that we have added inside this piece. Once you bring this, you have the authorizations created. You have to choose, and the operations that you have to choose is get rows, because we are fetching the rows from the LinkedIn post Google Sheet. And what, as I said, from list Google Post, I have lot many other Google Sheets available. So, but I'm choosing LinkedIn Post, and I have it is in sheet one. Now, what I need is filters column is status, and the value it should look into the to do, and that's where what I earlier discussed, right? And return only first matching rows. Now, why first matching rows? Because it will go and check what is the match based on the topic. So we are just trying to see anything that is match will just generate for that. So this is the first step that we have to do in the Google resources. The next piece of the node, so in this workflow, each and every pieces of this are called nodes. We need to bring the I, or from where the data will be extracted. Now you might think why we did not choose it from the LLM itself. Now imagine an LLM has a cutoff date of for its data, right? Now any trending topic you want, which is the latest what is happening, you might never get that topic with the LLM, because the LLM has a training data that which had a date cutoff date available, and beyond that date the LLM does not have the latest information, because an LLM does not have access to the internet. And that's where the I of the tech stack is Tavily. What is Tavily? Tavily is a platform where you can extract latest data. These are being used for AI agents specifically. And why? And if you see, I have used an HTTP request. Now, any node that is not available inside uh, N8N can be brought into the workflow using HTTP request. What I mean by that, so if you type in here, there is HTTP request, and you can pull that and then give the URL and get all the informations, the authorizations, and everything that has to be added. So I'll show you what this HTTP node speaks about. And as you see, once I open this, the method that I want to do is a post method and not a get method, because we are fetching information. So it's a post method. And the URL is api.tavily.com search. Okay. And authorization. Now, before I move further, how to add APIs and all, let's go to the Tavily website. And this is what the Tavily website looks like. You can log in into this, or the first time you have to do is sign up, and you can log in. Now once you log in, you can, or let me just log in for you. Now once you log in, you can come here. You can go down, create an API key. You can just name it as an, and then you can choose development, because you're not using production. That is a cost that is there. So you can choose development, and you will get free uh, uh, calls available, free credits available. And if you see here, every month we get 1,000 credits, and I just use for testing 2 times. So that's there. And then you can copy this key from here, and that's all. So you can read more about Tavily, what it does, and how Tavily works. But if you see, it's being utilized by many companies, because it gives you all the latest informations for us. So it has the latest information available for us. So once we have extracted the API, we will go and choose using specific field below, like send header. We have to choose send header. And then once you choose send header, you can choose this option using field, and then you can name it as type in authorization. And then what you have to do is write bearer and then paste like this. Okay. So that's how you add the API key, but before the API key, bearer word has to be written over there. And we need to also choose a parameter, that is send body. What we need to choose from is we need to send the content type at JSON and using JSON, and this is what I would give in the query. What I'm saying is search the web for, or sorry, let me actually execute the previous nodes, and let me now show you what I am writing in the expression on the JSON. And I'm saying what query it should choose, what Tavily should be fetching, right? So Tavily should be fetching the query search the web for topics. So I'm saying these are the topics that I want. You can just pull it like this. We'll just remove this, by the way. And then I'm saying auto parameters, topic, let it be general, search depth, I'm just saying at this moment basic, chunking per sources is 3, so we can say 333, and then max result for each topic is 2. So I'm saying is that uh, search for that topic two different topics. So if I'm saying AI automation, look for two different articles for AI automation related. Now I can increase this to 3, I can increase it to 4, n number of numbers like into 10. Time range null, days I'm saying anything latest within 7 days. Okay, and you can look into all these options, you can add and delete, that doesn't matter. So the point is, or the most important part is that from the topic we need to say what is the query I'm running, how many number of results iteration it has to build, and what is the topic depth, what is these this thing. So these are the basic JSON expression that I have to pass to Tavily. Okay, now what Tavily has given us, you can see it has searched the web for AI automation and it gets an answer. And then, if you see, as we said, two times, so it has given one, it's going to make.com, the URL with AI web search, and it says title introduces make AI real time web data, and this is the content. And the second content, because we have said two, so the result two is it goes to fellow.ai and then it gets a content from here, raw content. Okay, so two contents it is extracting for us for that AI automation topic. Now once the I of the tech stack, which is Tavily, is done, next or the most important is the AI agent that we have to bring in. So what we are bringing in and what we are using is a Google Gemini model. Let's add, or let me show you how to add. You can just type in AI agent, the AI agent will come up, and then you can type in all these things. So I'll just delete this. So this is what the AI agent looks like. And what we are saying is the AI agent, we will pass on the prompt as defined below. And this is what the prompt is saying. And then the most important things I'm saying is article 1, which is, because I'm saying I'm passing, these are the two articles that need to be looked into for the AI agent to assess and generate the new content based on that. And I'm saying this is the content that should come from article 1, and article 2 will have this content. So same way. Okay, I'll just delete this. I just use it just to showcase that. Now the most important part of this AI agent is the system prompt. And that's where all our information goes in. And you might see that the brain, which is this AI agent, uh, you know, this is what the AI agent node is all about. Now, you might see most people will just go and give some standard prompt to Gemini or whichever Claude or Chat GPT or GPT model that might will bring. But why we are using this workflow to generate a LinkedIn content is that We are giving a specific standard operating procedures, and that's what makes this workflow much more interesting, or much more valuable rather. And what we are saying, or it is being said and done, is that I'm saying you are an AI agent responsible for gathering a concise, inspiring LinkedIn post targeted at entrepreneurs based on the content of two given articles. So you're specifying in the for the AI agent that I have passed on two agents as I have given earlier, article 1 and article 2. And then I'm saying the content, the agent received two articles related. The goal is to synthesize and key ideas into a short professional LinkedIn post. So I'm saying that it is for LinkedIn post, not for anything generic. The tone should be motivational, forward thinking, and relevant to the entrepreneurial mindset. And post should be optimized for engagement using relevant hashtags. So we want content and hashtags. And then I'm passing on instruction for this, and that's where this becomes more valuable. It's not like the AI agent is thinking and giving me output, but I'm saying that please follow these instructions for your output that you are going to generate. And the instructions are read and extract the core theme, trend, and insights from the two articles. It has to read, identify any common trends between overarching messages, writing a LinkedIn post. And I'm saying that I don't want big post. I want very small, concised, maximum to 700 characters. I can just increase this to 1000 characters, but has to be within that limit. Do not go beyond, not your choice. So do that. Blend the main insights into a unified, inspiring message. Use two, three relevant hashtag that aligns with the post topic and entrepreneur interest. Do not quote or directly reference the article source. Focus on synthesizing the ideas. And the last is avoid any M dash. Now, M dash, if you see any LinkedIn post, and we can directly say that is it copy pasted from ChatGPT, Claude, or Google Gemini, is because that M dash, which is the dash that is not available in our keyboard. So that directly says whether it's a copy pasted or not. So, quick tip: if you are copy pasting something from ChatGPT, remove the M dash at least. But yeah, we are specifying do not use m dash in that tag. So that's what all the prompt all about, the system prompt. And based on the system prompt, the AI or Gemini will start writing the content. Now once this is done, let's just execute this and see how Tavily along with Tavily's output is extracted, and how Gemini has given the output. And if you see, and then so nicely it has written it down based on the blog post that we know from make.com, and the other content I think came from fellow.ai, which says about agentic AI browser for deep search and automation. So nicely it has written, and that's what the AI agent was all about. And the last part where we want to update this content, so we have to go back to the LinkedIn post, Google Sheet, and update this. How do we do that? Is we need to take this content out and post it inside that. So we will choose again an update row of, so you have to choose the same Google Sheet and then come to the operation which is update row from the same LinkedIn post, and then sheet 1. Now I'm saying map column mode, which you have to choose manually, and the column to match is topic, which topic is all about. And then the output is nothing but this one. We just copy paste it here, and we have to say status equals to completed, and then the content is this. Sorry, my bad, the content is this. Sorry, I made a mistake by specifyingly wrong. Is that the content is here, that is generated from AI agent, and the topic how do we get is from here, that we are passing it to the either actually get rows, which is the AI automation. So we have to pass it here. That's the content, and that's respective content output that was provided by the AI. So we are choosing the AI output here and the topic that we have passed from the Google Sheet, from the first step that we have taken, first node. Now, once done, we can execute. Okay. Now it's executing and it says AI automation topic status equals to completed and content is that. Now, let's just go to the Google Sheet and see what has come up. Now, if you see, bang, AI automation, it has changed the status to completed and the content is here with hashtag the same content. If you see, the era of AI as simple chatbot is over, what we read, the future belongs to those who automate writing tasks and remarkable, and then it has given four hashtags with entrepreneurship, AI, automation, and productivity. So that's output. Now, how do we run this? Now, I want agentic AI, transformer, retrieval, augmented generation, and Gemini, Google Gemini 3 to be written because these are all to do. And since AI automation is status is completed, it will not generate again. Now, we'll go back to our workflow, and that's where the magic of automation comes in. We do not have to run this together. We will just execute this, let it run. We'll see the run. Let's better. It might takes. I'll fast forward this, or I'll make it much faster. But let it run and update. It's super fast. We don't. The By the time I finish it, it will come up, and we go back again to the LinkedIn post, and you see agentic AI is completed. I can write again, and transformers are completed. So let's read agentic AI. The way we navigate the digital world is undergoing a massive shift. It's moving from simple search queries to the era agentic browsing. Nicely, it has written what is Transformers building a brand that stands the test of time requires unique blend of community innovation, new look venture that thrives, the common thread to spark imagination, success for the matter, focus on long term build. I don't know. Maybe because uh, Transformers. What I meant is the Transformer architecture, and my because you remember. Yes, I know why this has come up because if you remember Tavily, when I said about the JSON call, I specified topics as general and not specific to AI or anything. So most probably, if I update this to general to AI automation and everything, I might get it is able to understand transformers is not something a base standard transformers, but the transformer architecture. That's where the LLMs, the deep learning models are all built on. So I think that I have to change, and yeah, I can again run. Let's see how the other one comes in, or maybe next time I will create with one execution workflow. All should be created because we have specified one at a time at the very beginning of the update, so we can automate that part also. So you can see retrieval augmented generation. The true competitive age of today's entrepreneur isn't just using AI, it's about making AI speak your specific business language, because RAG is all about your knowledge base. So that's what it's talking about. So nicely it has come up, and I think if we go back, this is what our workflow nicely has come into, and I hope this was great learning. Now, one of the thing, please focus and understand why did he bring Tavily, because always think of the LLM's cutoff date, because that's where an LLM cannot answer the latest information within the 7 days, because we have said 7 days, right? It will always have a cutoff date. Uh, Let me show you something. Okay. And I'll ask, what is your cutoff date for training data? Now you see, my training data cutoff date is June 24. This is the latest model, most probably. We do not know which model we are looking into, but this is the latest model, and this model's training data is June 2024. Training the LLM is a huge cost and time consuming. That's why it takes a lot of time to train, and that's why it's not easy to keep the model updated. We will learn more about this training, inferencing, and everything. What we are doing is inferencing and not training. We are inferencing the data that the LLM is doing. So maybe I'll create a small video about training and inferencing for you guys. But yeah, so this was the small example about automating your LinkedIn posts. Hey guys, I hope you had a great learning, and I was able to help you to learn more about workflow automation and AI automations. This was the beginning of a LinkedIn content generation using AI. I will try to extend this video into much more advanced level, where you can add, we can bring in the nano banana or image APIs, where I can create the LinkedIn post, directly execute this LinkedIn post inside LinkedIn itself. So we'll use the content as well as the images and then post it inside LinkedIn. So that's part 2 of this video should be coming in. Stay tuned and have a nice day. Bye bye.